Hey there gang, time for another video. I have been given this box of comics to grade for sale on eBay and I have no idea what is inside. We'll make that discovery together, so if you like comic books, stick around. We're gonna have some fun. Hey there, bubbie. Welcome to Shanghai. My name is Duke, and this is a grading video. And we are going to be taking a look at this box of comics right here, a nice short box that I have been given to grade for sale on eBay. The seller name is DOTCOMCOMICS. We also do business online as DOTCOMCOMICS.com and SELLMYCOMICBOOKS.com. And at the bottom of the screen, you can see our current offer, our Bronze Age mystery boxes. $35 for 10 random Bronze Age books with a 1 in 10 shot of getting a bonus 11th book. So you can go ahead and check that out if you like, but that's really the end of the commercial. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is just to share with you a little bit of what I do every day. Grading books is about 30 hours of my work week. And just breaking into one of these boxes it's just fun. It's the joy and awe I used to get going to the newsstand. You never knew what you were going to find. These days, you know, you go to the comic book store and I've seen all the advanced solicitations. I know what's coming out every week. Most weeks, every dollar in my pocket is already spent before I even get to the store. So this, unboxing one of these boxes here, this is as close as I come to that sort of gosh wow sense of awe that I had when I was a kid. So I'm glad you're here to share that with me. Please do like, share, subscribe, do all the groovy things, comment away, and we will get started here taking a look at this box. I think, again, I don't peek. I have no idea what's in here, but I have an idea that the top of this box and those bags is probably some Bronze Age books. And the bottom there has a nice Silver Age feel to it. So again, I don't know, but just my vibe is this is going to be a good mix of books. So let's hope, see what we've got here. And we are helped out this time by Sharon Carter, although I had to lay her down. She has this giant Brie Larson head, and I couldn't get her to stand up. So she's in the reclined position here, and she will be along for the ride, as are you. So the first book here of the stack, I remember this book when I was a kid, 40 cents. That's around 1979, 1980 or so. And Captain Marvel was never a big thing when I was a kid. His own series ended in the mid-70s. And then they came out with this book. And I remember thinking when I was a kid, you know, it's a Marvel Spotlight. You know, why don't they revive Captain Marvel in his own title? Why as something in what I presumed at the time was going to be an anthology title, although Captain Marvel ran for 7 issues. It just said to me that Marvel didn't really have a lot of confidence in the character. I did get that book, though, when I was a kid because it was a #1. Here is Incredible Hulk Annual number 8. It's from really the same time frame. That's Hulk versus Sasquatch, the Alpha Flight character. Here is Hulk about to land at Mount Rushmore, number 239. Are there 2 books in here? There are. 240. This is right when the Bruce Bixby, is that his name? I can't remember his name. Lou Ferrigno. I remember Lou, but right when the TV show was big. Number 237. So these are all good books. 238. And you've heard me give this spiel before, but like I said, when I say I have no idea what's in the box, I've got a rough idea. They've been pre-sorted by the company owner, and the big books have gone to CGC. The little books have been sorted to be sold in multi-book lots or to go into dollar boxes. So everything that we see here, there's an expectation, and here's Hulk against Machine Man. There's an expectation that these will go for, at least 10 bucks on eBay, between like 10 and 100. Doc Samson, still only 35 cents. That's the clue that it wouldn't be 35 cents for much longer. And now we're switching gears. Howard the Duck, number 30. So that's right near the end of the series. 31, I think that is the last issue. The Final Bong. What else do we have here? Here's some more Howard the Duck, 28. Looks like we're going to have a kind of a reverse countdown here, huh? Oh, no, we're switching gears again. Godzilla, number 24. And by the way, the mystery box series that I mentioned, again, not to give you too much of a commercial, but those 1 in 10 shots of an 11th bonus book, one of the bonus books is a Godzilla number 1. And there's number 20 with the Fantastic Four. So during this period, I don't know if this crossover was to goose Godzilla's sales or maybe to maybe to give the Fantastic Four a little kick. More Godzilla. Did you see the recent Godzilla movie? I actually fell asleep during it. Godzilla versus Kong. It was like, yeah, whatever. So here's Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. It's kind of a classic cover. Number 35. Number 34. 32. And these are books, 31, that I think maybe a year ago would have gone into lots. But, you know, as I've told you in other recent videos, the market has really gone crazy of late. And there's a lot of books you can get $10 for that maybe a year ago you didn't think you could. So all these 35, 40 centers, they would have gone straight into the multi-book lot boxes, maybe even into the dollar boxes. Here comes Daredevil, $2.34, $2.35. And these are all books that I bought when I was a kid. $2.38. Some of them I had to rebuy. We had a house fire in August 1980, and I lost all the books that I had up until then. So actually, most of these, 35 cents, that's around 78 or so. All of these I had to rebuy. Some of them I didn't, or haven't yet. And Tomb of Dracula, this has been going crazy recently, especially high grade. High grade, I say, you know, a 7.5 and 8 or more. That does really well on eBay. Everybody seems to want to complete their run of Tomb of Dracula lately, and I don't know why that is. This title just kind of languished in the background for decades, but lately everybody has got on the same vibe. And again, no idea why. It's just like everybody up and decided all at once they had to complete their Tomb of Dracula runs, or start and complete. So Marvel's TV sensation, yes, Spider-Man was a TV show at this time as well. It starred as Peter Parker / Spider-Man. What was his name? Nicholas Hammond. As a child actor, he was one of the kids in The Sound of Music. I think he was, I don't know, Hans, Fritz, Johann. I don't know what his name was. But whatever it was, that was him. And, you know, everyone is talking about, you know, the upcoming Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness movie and how it's going to have maybe, you know, Tobey Parker and, Tobey Maguire, that's it. And Andrew Garfield and all of them. Nobody mentions Nicholas Hammond. And to me, it is not a multiverse gathering of the Spider-Man unless it has Nicholas Hammond. So here's some Daredevil for you in this issue as well. Number 25, 28, 29. And let's dig out the next stack. Captain America, 231. And that's a pretty a big issue. 230. That one will do well. And you can see why. The Hulk crossover and kind of an iconic cover. This was the, who are these? Oh no, I'm thinking the Rangers. The Texas Twister. These are different characters. I forget this guy's name. Blue Streak, is that it? Basically, he tells the 70s. His thing is roller skating. And these were actually rollerblades before rollerblades were a thing. And you know, there you go. Comic books always predicting the future. 227, Very Many Red Skulls. Black Panther. This series is red hot. It didn't last that long, only about 15 issues. Here's some classic run of Avengers. This one's part of the Korvac saga. Loved this issue when I was a kid. This is a two-part story with the Absorbing Man. I think this was where I was first introduced to the Absorbing Man. He'd been around since the 60s and strangely enough was initially kind of a Thor villain. But yeah, this is by John Byrne, and this was just a classic, great story. So it was, I think it was, I don't know if it was 184, 185, or 183, 184, but it's 182, so we don't have the other part. This was another classic story right in this time frame, and again with John Byrne. And this is the Wendigo Mountain story. I half expected that this storyline was going to play into the recent WandaVision series in some way, but it did not. So, shows what I know. Kind of a classic Cockrum cover on Uncanny X-Men, 126. Here's Arcade, and X-Men does really well. And these will do super well, because these are fairly high grade. I mean, just looking at them, eyeballing them quickly in the bags, they look like they're at least 8s. Avengers Annual number 8. It's a Spidey crossover. Or I should say a Cap crossover in Spidey. There's 2 books in there, but they're not facing opposite ways, so we'll have to take a look. Well, there you go. That is the motion cover, I guess we'll call it. This book is hot. This particular alternate cover is super red hot right now. I'm actually surprised. Maybe there's some extra tick marks on here I don't know about, but I'm surprised this wasn't sent to CGC. So you get that, maybe you can flip it. Here's some earlier Spider-Mans, 135, with the Punisher, an early Punisher. Avengers with Kang. Captain Marvel, this is that earlier series that I had mentioned. And I bet that's what we're going to see here in this next stack. And I was right. Wicked smart. It's 31 with the Avengers and Drax. 32. Oh, switching gears. Marvel feature, Thing and the Hulk. At last in his own Smash series. So Marvel feature is what we now know is Marvel 2 in 1. Not now, no. I mean, what it was. But the Thing team-ups actually started in Marvel feature. There's a kind of a classic Amazing Spider-Man. Nice Molten Man cover. Oh no, Aunt May is getting married to Doc Ock. That's a storyline that's been done a bazillion times. Here's the Spider-Mobile. Do you have the Spider-Mobile? Have you ever seen it? It was an actual toy because... I don't know why. Mego, that was the company that made the action figures, the world's greatest superheroes action figures, came up with some vehicles, and apparently they decided Spider-Man needed a dune buggy. I mean, one, why would Spider-Man need a car? He can travel faster swinging on his webs, but why in New York City would he need a dune buggy? But at this time period, dune buggies were big. I mean, you had Speed Buggy on TV, you had Wonder Bug. Everybody wanted a dune buggy. All right, here's the Vulture. Here's some more Vulture. The Kangaroo, one of the lesser rogues in the Spider-Man villain gallery. Man-Wolf, that's actually J. Jonah Jameson's son. Here he is again with Jonah, and he says, "It's my son." Oh, the horrors. Nice Hulk crossover. This fella is the Bookworm, if I recall correct. Oh, no, I'm sorry, the Mindworm. That's different. I was a little off there. 112 of Avengers. Did we see this one already? I feel like we saw that one already. fighting the Super Skrull. And we've got here, I think that's the Collector and Star Fox. Here he is fighting the Thing. And it's a kind of a classic issue of Defenders. And you may not know, Hawkeye was a member of the Defenders for a short time. Basically, everybody's been a member of the Defenders. There was a time when the Avengers membership was fairly exclusive, and all the lesser lights would show up in the Defenders. Oh, wow, this is cool. We've got to the Silver Age part of the box, well, what I assumed was going to be Silver Age, and it looks like I was right. That's super cool. I, Schultz, an idiot? You, Schultz, are an idiot. Schultz is an idiot. Three out of 4 agree Schultz isn't an idiot, so we'll keep him. That's funny. What issue number is this? Number 1. Holy crap. And that's in pretty nice shape. I'm surprised that wasn't sent to CGC. Wow, I wonder if... Well, I'm sure the owner looked it up, saw how it was doing. But I would try and win that and flip it by sending it to CGC. That's a fairly nice grade. Got some issues down here, but I think you could get away with calling that a 7 anyway. Maybe a 7.5. This is a nice one. The gun goes woof woof, the dog goes bang. What issue number is this? Is that a number 1 as well? Yes. Another number 1. There's 99. She's looking kind of hot. Could have got that Mexican artist from those recent Mexican Spider-Man books we've been looking at. Could have got him to draw Agent 99. I'm not going to lie to you, I had kind of a crush on Agent 99 when I was a kid. Of course, I watched Get Smart as reruns after school. So that is cool. Hogan's Heroes number 1 and Get Smart number 1. That's cool. That was worth doing this video for. Oh, Gomer pile! Tell me this is a number 1 too. That would be too sweet. That's a number 2. Oh well. Golly! Citizens arrest! Citizens arrest! Golly! I used to love the Indy 500 and him singing back home. Oh, this is the number 1. There you go. It's quite a caricature. He doesn't really look much like Jim Nabors. But it's quite the schnoz they've drawn on him. I guess you can kind of see Jim Nabors in there a little bit. So there's number 1 of Gomer Pyle. That is cool. Wow. Man. Hogan's Heroes number 1. Get Smart number 1. Gomer Pyle number 1. This is a good box. The girl from U.N.C.L.E. I knew there was a man from U.N.C.L.E. I never knew there was a girl from U.N.C.L.E. Who is this? This looks like the 99 actress. Number 1. Holy schmoles. Wow. He gets the gun. She just gets to hold the tape recorder. That hat kind of looks like a nurse's cap, but I know it's some kind of mod thing. All right, well, now we're into the boring old superheroes. This is pretty nice shape. This is part 2 of the first Justice League Justice Society crossover. So that's kind of a big deal. I say good shape. It's like a 4 maybe. Got a lot of folds right there. Oh my God. The Monkees. I love the Monkees. It's only two still living. These 2 are gone now, unfortunately. Looks like they're playing the guitar from the Sgt. Pepper album. Please tell me this is number 1. It's number 2. Oh well. I don't know if you know, the Monkees, they released an album. It was after Davy died, but before Peter died. They did one last album. And it was produced by, what was his name? I think he was from Fountains of Wayne. He's since passed away too. Can't think of his name. It's the guy who wrote That Thing You Do. You know that movie? He wrote that song. And he produced that album, wrote a couple of the songs. But they released a couple of music videos. And of course, they weren't on MTV. MTV doesn't play music videos anymore. But in those videos, they use the artwork from these comic books. I can't remember which issue numbers were used. I don't recall any of these particular scenes. I want that book. I do. I want that book. I want all of these. Wow. All right, Adventure Comics 315. That's kind of a big deal if you're a Legion fan like I am. You've got, there it is. This is the issue where the Substitute Legion has a competition to see which one of them will get to join the big team. And it turns out that against all odds, Stone Boy, whose only power is to turn to stone, petrified, immovable. It'd be fairly useful power if he could move, you know, like Pharaoh Lad could turn to iron and run around, but nope. Stone Boy turned to stone and just stood there. But anyway, he turned down the offer to join the Legion to stick with the subs. What a great guy. Action 320. 323. I do love me some Kurt Swan, George Klein. This one feels thin. I'll have to check it. Oh, look at this. The classic Superman Red, Superman Blue story. Look at that. Wonder Man. Too bad DC didn't keep him around and hold on to that name. They let Marvel swipe it. This is a classic story. You should definitely bid on this book and buy this. This is the one that takes place on the planet where Lex Luthor is a hero. And he and Superman, because it's a Red Sun world, Superman has no powers. I can't remember why the boots are glowing. There's something about the boots that gave Lex a little extra boost. But anyway, they fought it out under a red sun. This is an issue that featured Saturn Girl. And the interesting thing about this is that the story, it featured Saturn Girl and Prody. But they seem to have forgotten that they had killed off Prody over in Adventure Comics. So they quickly introduced a Prody 2 character. Because this is actually Saturn Woman, so it's her as an adult. So how are they going to have a Prody, you know, palling around with Saturn Woman as an adult if it had died when she was Saturn Girl? So they quickly introduced a Prody 2 character. So it just goes to show you that, you know, the editorial mistakes that you see today and you complain about, they were all there was always issues in that regard. And 168, the Outlaw Fort Knox. Superman 179, back to Action 316. Here's the issue where Prody died. So Lightning Lad was dead, but like most superheroes, he got better. But in this instance, it took Prody sacrificing his life energy. Where is it? So the lightning struck the Duralim wand and transferred his life energy into Lightning Lad. That's not Saturn Girl. That's actually Prody in disguise. He had Chameleon Boy's powers. And then Saturn Girl comes running out of this cave. Oh, I was knocked out and hidden in the cave. Blah, blah, blah. And there's dead Prody, which doesn't look a lot different than live Prody. So anyway. All right, what else we got here? Brave and the Bold, two great heroes, Green Arrow and the Manhunter from Mars. I can't remember, was this the first team up in Brave and the Bold? They did kind of random team ups before they settled on, you know, Batman being part of every issue. Here's Green Lantern versus Sonar, number 25. Mystery in Space, number 75. That's a classic story. I think the Justice League is in this one. The Sea Devils, 17. This, if you are a fan of Ethan Van Sciver and Cyberfrog, this is actually the Golden Age Earth 2 Cyberfrog. No, that's a true story. You tell him I said that. Strange Adventures number 155. Here's Superman's silver anniversary, 25 years old at this point. That's Superman Annual number 7. World's Finest 135. The World's Finest books don't do near as well as, you know, Superman, Batman, other books of the era. Don't know why that is. Justice League number 30. So this is the, I believe that's the second part of the second Justice League Justice Society team-up. And this is the one that introduced the Crime Syndicate. DC currently has a series going right now featuring the Crime Syndicate. Here's the first part of that story. Issue number 28 of the Justice League. They're on strike. Number 6. Wow, it's not in great shape, but that's the first appearance of Professor Amos Fortune. I Spy. Robert Culp and Bill Cosby. I don't know. Bill Cosby's questionable these days. And that's number 1 as well. Wow, we have some really cool first issues of some Dell and Gold Key television property crossovers. This is a fun box. But anyway, I don't know. Has Bill Cosby been canceled? Can you sell anything on eBay with Bill Cosby's picture on it? It's kind of funny that, you know, his first big thing was a dramatic role. Here's some Archies, some Bronze Age Archies, 15 center. What else we got here? Some more I Spy. They're looking pretty chummy. I don't know why that struck me as funny. I Spy, Gay Spy? I don't know. It's About Time. What the hell is this? I have no idea what this is. I've never even heard of this. I have no idea who these actors are. This is obviously based on some kind of movie or TV show. Do you know what this is? It's a one-shot. It's got no issue number. Well, there's some more shots from the show. It's fortunately got a little half-inch rip there in the front cover, but Caveman Joe E. Ross. Imogene Coca. Is that Imogene? As Shag, his wife. Shag, his wife. Oh, I didn't even think of that until after I said it. It's Pep number 175. 154. What do we got here? Archie 150. Bowling was a thing once upon a time. Home video projectors were a thing once upon a time. And that's exactly what would happen more often than not. Archie's Pals and Gals. Not sure if I like the bob on Veronica. I don't know. I like her better with the long hair. I mean, Betty is classic ponytail, but I don't know. Don't think I like that look. Not that anyone was asking me. Here's some more Silver Age Archie. Da-da-da. Even more. I doubt we'll see the I Had to Beat Off 3 Guys cover, but maybe. Stretch pants are too tight. There you go. What do you think of that? Some Veronica Camel Toe. Oh, there's introducing Super Teen. Wow, is this the first Super Teen appearance? That's kind of a big deal. If it is. There's some summer fun. Archie Giant series. Laugh Comics number 163. Archie's Madhouse. Laugh 165. Pep 177. And more TV comics, The Munsters What issue number is this one? I doubt that's number 1. It's number 5. It's Grandpa's Coffin Mobile. That's number 6. First appearance of the Queen Bee in Justice League. Little Kanjar Row action, number 24. I've always thought this was a weird cover. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what's going on here? Obviously, they're trying to keep him from fading into some other dimension, but it's really unclear. Number 26 with Despero. And number 32. Is this the one where Hawkman joins? No, I think he joined in 31. Took a fair bit for them to work Hawkman. Like I said, well, no, I said it about the Avengers, but the Justice League was maybe even more exclusive than the Avengers were. But now, you know, anybody gets to be a member of either of those teams. Here's 34. There's another JLA JSA team up. And the Lawless League of Earth A. You don't see much of them anymore. Crime Syndicate's still a thing, but Lawless League just didn't stick, I guess. There's an 80-page giant. This one, I first read this story in one of the 100-page Super Spectaculars, number 113, which was really kind of the earliest comic book I can remember. So that one has kind of a nostalgia factor for me. Back to Mystery in Space. These were two kind of competing sci-fi heroes. And as I recall, the editors Julius Schwartz and who was the other one? Schiff? I'll have to look it up. But they had a competition for who could invent the best sci-fi character. And so you had Space Ranger and Adam Strange kind of competing against each other there for a while. Adam Strange eventually was the one that took. And it's probably just because he was in current times, so he could appear in universe, whereas Space Ranger was in the far future, and there were less crossover opportunities there. Number 85, Strange Adventures. And these Strange Adventures covers of this time were really kind of compelled you to pick them up and take a look. Superboy number 106. Here's number 115, the Atomic Superboy. And last book in this box, we've got Superman and Batman facing off against Brainiac and one of the Clay Faces, whichever one he says he is. It's okay with me. And that's it. That's that box. Well, that was fun. Boy, I had a heck of a good time that time. I hope you did too. If you enjoyed any of that, please do like, share, subscribe, do all the groovy things. Until then, we will see you in the next video. We'll look forward to that. And until then, goodbye, good luck, and please be good to each other. We've got this box of comic books here that I have been graded to sell. Fuck me.